I think adoption is a beautiful picture of what Christ has already done for us in adopting us into the family of God. It took Eric and I a while, and me longer, to get to the point of, yes, we need to adopt. I really felt like that was God's calling, but it took me a while to get there.
We had dealt with infertility. We signed up to adopt Kate strictly out of wanting to become parents. Clearly, the Bible talks about caring for the orphans and widows, and it was a verse that growing up, I read it, but it really was not a passion of mine. And when we were unable to have children, I think God started to grow it in me. I think it was in about January we traveled to go pick up Kate, and I was also 7 months pregnant at the time.
I was pretty sure that I wanted to adopt. It was natural because my dad had been adopted, and we have some other family members that are adopted.
For us to want to adopt was just starting a family, and it was a desire of our hearts.
We were ready, and it was about a week, and we got a call that there was a little boy if we wanted him. There was a lot leading up to the first adoption. It's, some people kind of were like, wow, you got a child, quickly, but there were years leading up to that. There were some hard times, and we went through a lot leading up to the time we decided to adopt.
My husband knew quite a bit. He's got 2 adopted sisters and 2 adopted brothers. But for me personally, I didn't know a whole lot about adoption.
I was always open to adoption, wanted to adopt, never gave it a lot of thought. We both have a passion for kids. We love kids, and I just think that if we could help a lot of different kids through adoption, maybe we can help 1, maybe 2. We don't know what God has.
The biggest hurdle kind of was just, we kind of think we want to do this, but how do we do it? What do we do? Where do we go? Who do we talk to?
No one we knew adopted. It was not common at all in our families or anything like that. Decided we're going to sign up to adopt, and we didn't know where from. We were so new at it all.
Somebody once said, do you think you can love a child that, isn't yours biologically? When that baby's in your arms, you will love it. It will not even be an option not to.
When you see the need for the children to have homes, you go all in.
I would say I went into the second adoption not just out of a will to have a baby and become a parent, but out of a passion. It was a passion that grew over those couple years.
For us so far, we're like just in the middle of it, okay? We did as much as we can. We can pray, of course, but now it's just waiting until we're matched up with a birth mom.
I get really excited when I know that we're being presented to a mom, but it's also the flip side of it is, are we going to be picked? Can I let my hopes rise? Am I allowed to get excited about this? We've probably been presented a dozen times so far.
As an act of faith, my wife decorated the entire room. We're hoping for a little girl. If God sends us a boy, we're going to be happy with that.
It's hard. It's really hard. It's not easy. But I guess I keep believing that there's that one little girl out there for us, and gonna wait on her.
We were fortunate to have a few couples that could stand with us and help us through this whole process.
Just having that one person, knowing that person cares and is praying for you, and I know I can always text or call Erica. She'll listen, and she'll encourage me in it.
We needed to support people emotionally, spiritually, financially. It would have been nice to have somebody that has experienced it to kind of walk you through it. And that's what Pure Gift of God is born from.
To break down the barrier of thinking that adoptions are too overwhelming, too financially challenging.
We did not have anyone to go to that had any idea what we were going through.
When you find people to talk to and to get to know people that went through it, that's a big help.
Just walking with somebody as they go through the process, our organization will be able to do that, to facilitate a lot of that.
We have experience in small areas of adoption, but we have access to people that have experience in other areas that we don't of adoption.
It's that community of people that have walked through it. They know what it's like, and they know how to encourage you and just reassure you that, you know what, once it's the right one, it'll happen.
The paperwork looks overwhelming. It looks like, well, there's no way I could do that. The social worker visits seem intrusive, and the financial aspect of it is overwhelming at times.
Financially, it always works out, because if God has chosen you to adopt, God also will make a way for that to happen.
I can tell you, for each of our adoptions, we never had the money we needed going into them. Never. We always made it through.
If it's on your heart, why don't hold back. Trust in the Lord, and He'll provide.
You need to be rich in love, but not rich in finances. I think that's one thing that Pure Gift of God wants to do, is be able to help parents that want to adopt, and financially they're just too tight. They can't do it.
There are so many kids out there that need help. They need others. There are a lot of birth moms out there that are hurting.
If we don't take care of them, who's going to?
You know, I believe that everyone should have a longing or a heart for orphans.
God called everybody to do something. Are we all called to adopt in our homes? No, by no means.
Some families will adopt a child. Some will go start an orphanage. Some will be on the mission field. Others will be feeding them. But many people can just give. You know, just walking with somebody as they go through the process. And hopefully, our organization will be able to do that.
There's a phrase that goes, you do for the one what you'd want to do for everyone. That's one thing that I think adoption is a good thing. There's lots of kids out there that need good homes.